617-830-4750. Let's go to our next caller. Let's try the 732 area code. And 732 has been a tough one for us. Sometimes
Yeah, this is
732 is
risky.
really good, and sometimes 732 is difficult. So who's with us from 732 today?
Hey, it's Kyle. Sorry, I'll try to be better today.
Kyle, I was not talking about you, that I'm going to admit. Go ahead.
Thanks. So something I've been feeling recently over the past few weeks since the tax bill has passed is I'm starting to feel like maybe the scandals going on with the Trump administration might be trumped by, perceived economic gains by the voters, and it's starting to worry me. So is there any way you can make me feel like maybe people will actually go out and vote for Democrats or get this guy out in 2020?
No, I have nothing positive to tell you, unfortunately. You're spot on, which is that, listen, people started getting, depending on your income, started getting a few more bucks in your paycheck. Now, whether you'll ultimately end up paying a higher or lower effective tax rate is going to come down to other aspects of your economic situation. You won't know that, though, until as late as April 15th of 2019, which will be after the midterm election. You do see, even though disproportionately only the rich are really in the stock market in a very significant way, you still see sentiment about how the economy is doing tied up in the stock market. So we've had a big run up and that's been good, but then we had this pullback that could have been the early stages of a correction or the beginning of a mini recession. We still don't know, but then it's kind of popped back up and down. It's erratic right now. And I don't know that it's really impacting people's overall assessments of how the economy is doing. We did have a report earlier this week that inflation is starting to tick up, but we're talking about really small moves here. So I believe that just saying we did tax reform is going to bring more benefit to Republicans for 2018 than whatever sort of nuanced repercussions any one person can suss out from it. And I share your concern.
Yeah, just to clarify, though, do you think the voters will care more about the perceived economic gains from, whatever the administration does within the next year, or do you think the scandals will really play on their minds?
It's going to depend on which voters. The Trumpists are going to be more comfortable ignoring the scandals by saying, hey, he did taxes and I get an extra 25 bucks in my paycheck. Whereas more people on the left are going to say, hey, wait, hold on a second. This was mostly a handout to the rich, and there's 20 other scandals going on. So I think it'll have a very partisan effect.
And as for the independents, then?
I'm sorry?
The independent voters, the swing voters in 18 and 20,
they're going to make a big difference, and who knows where they will go. It'll depend whether they're left or right leaning. But if the approval for Trump remains low, then those independents could end up pushing more Democrats into seats in November. Thanks for the call. Really appreciate it. Good question. I mean, it's good people are thinking ahead to the midterms because that's an issue that we need to be talking about.